What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy, Go Black to Africa. So we are right here at this piki. They call motorcycles piki.
Yeah.
Pikis or bodas if you're going to go ahead and transport as far as taxis concerned. And we have our beautiful sister right here. Please introduce yourself.
Hello. I goes by the name Wahida. I sell motorcycles located at Cashapp, Nyamwezi Street, and Nyamwezi and I don't know, but it's located at
Nyamwezi Street. Okay, all right. So how long you been selling motorcycles?
2 years.
2 years. She's so soft-spoken, she can't even speak up loud, you know. But 2 years. What I love about this, though, is that you said your sister owns this business. See, women can own businesses, too. And they own these motorcycles. They sell them, these motorcycles and all, right here. And she's going to give us a little bit information because there are some who are interested in wanting to try to start a business, either renting out motorcycles or maybe, you know, getting drivers to ride as far as taxis is concerned. What would one of these bikes, I guess this bike right here that we're looking at, right here, if you could tell us a little bit about this bike, what is it? Tell us a little bit about this bike right here.
This is Tigers. The brand is Tigers, and the engine is 125.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask you just to speak up just a little because I know we got a lot of road noise and stuff. So you're saying that the size of the motor on this bike is what?
It's 125. The engine it's 125.
125 is the engine. Okay. And now, what about so this 125? How much would that cost?
This is 2.6.
2.6 million T shillings.
T shillings.
Okay. What is that in American dollars? You know?
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't know.
Yeah.
What is 2.5 million? It's about. Is it about 1,300 bucks? So about 11,000 or something like that. I will let you know here when I go ahead and edit this. Okay. So this is a small bike that's got it's 125 cc's. Okay. And then so now our other bike we have.
We have the CC 150. It's over here. The bigger one. It's 150.
Okay. So that's the 150. What is the price? What's the price on that?
The price of 150 is
2.7 million T shillings. T shillings. Okay. All right. Now, there's a lot of people who buy these bikes and they rent them out to drivers. What is the going rent price that one could rent this bike out per day?
Per day is 10,000.
10,000 T shillings.
T shillings.
Okay, 10,000. Now, are there contracts they do with these drivers?
Yes.
What type of contracts do they do?
They do contract with those two. I don't know exactly, but they do contracts. For I rent you the bike and you will give me 10,000 per day.
And so the contract could be like for a year or maybe 2 years or what?
It's only for 6 months.
6 months.
6 months, yeah.
And then what happens when the 6 months is over with?
So you get 2 more of the, I mean, you buy the bike for by 2.6.
Yeah.
And then you get double.
So you'll get double that price. Now, does the driver get that bike after the 6 months?
Yes.
Okay.
The driver will get the bike and the owner will get the money.
So they would buy the bike away from the driver? The driver will buy the bike?
The driver will take the bike.
Yeah.
And the owner will get double.
He will get the money double. And then the bike becomes the driver's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does anybody do 1 year contract?
Yes, there is.
There's 1 year contract. Okay. All right. Well, hey, so is there a phone number people can reach you at this business here if they want to? Are they interested in buying bikes here? Or how would they be able to reach you? You got an email they can reach or a business email or no?
There is a phone number.
Okay. Oh, it's a phone number. Okay, hold up. That is the phone number. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. All right, so we have, well, she's taking a phone call real quick. But these are the bikes, family. Deal or no deal. We're going to get to the math of that. These are the bikes. So, we'll be back and we'll talk about the numbers. All right, family, time to crunch some numbers. And you can use this basically for, most businesses, simple businesses, when trying to figure out, you buy something, whether a house, whether a car, whether a business, or whatever it is that you're using as a business, in the car or the house, and the money you're going to put into that or put down on that dollars, we're going to do an equation, okay? So this bike, we're going to buy cash, okay? It's Africa, most people buy stuff cash. They do starting to have some countries, they starting to give loans and stuff like that. But $1,121 is what it shows that what 2,500,000 T shillings equates to 1,121 US dollars. All right, so we're gonna write that down, $1,121. Now, we need now to figure out what are the expenses for that bike when we're renting it out. We figure that out to be exactly $154. And what is that $154? It's $64 a year for insurance on that bike, $30 a year for the GPS, because you want to go ahead and make sure that you see where the bike's going. And, sometimes, people run with your stuff. And then you have $60 a year for oil changes, okay? So that's the only expenses that you're going to have on that bike. Now, give or take, who knows? It might be a blowout tire. It might be, something where you just got to come out your pocket for it. You got to keep that in mind too. Some people like to add in an additional 10% towards the expenses, but we're not going to get difficult with that. Now, so we got $154 of expenses annually for that. Now, we've already determined that we are going to rent this bike out because what she said was 10,000 T shillings a month. So we're going to figure that's $5, a day. 10,000 T shillings a day, which is about, let's say, $5 to round it up a day, which is $150 a month. That kind of sounds like a motorcycle that you're paying on a monthly note on a motorcycle probably for a couple of years. But $150 a month that you're making on this bike per month. Now, if you do a contract with the individual for 12 months, you're going to have $1,800 to your name. So that right there is your net operating income. You're going to make $1,800 on this bike, but you got to subtract the expenses out of that, right? So you're going to take that and you're going to subtract the $154, which was the insurance, which was the GPS and oil changes. Okay, that is going to leave you with $1,646. That right there is your net operating income after the expenses have been removed. Now, that number there will be divided by what did you put down or purchase that bike for. And I say put down because, you got to keep in mind, if you buy a house and put money down and you're not going to pay for it cash, that is the number that you're going to use to go ahead and divide into the so-called net operating income. So it just so happens to be $1,646 net operating income after you subtracted that expenses of $154. So you got to take the $1,121, right? So that's what you purchased the bike for. That $1,646 will be divided by $1,121. That is going to give you the percentage or the return on investment of the percentage you get. Did you do the math? You're only going to get 1.4% interest back on that $1,121 investment in that 12-month period. Now, if you got if you got $1,141 sitting in the bank in America, you're only getting 0.25 of interest. That's only 1/4% of interest. At least you will be almost quadrupling your interest of your money of return here in Africa. So you can keep that in mind to say, I got $1,141 sitting in the bank. And it's going to bring me a 1.4% interest. Or let's look at what would it be on the profit, because people want to know what's the dollar profit on that. You take the $1,646, right? And then you're going to go ahead and subtract that $1,121 that you bought the bike for. And what you're going to come up with is $525 you made a year off of that bike. Now, let me say this right here. It doesn't sound like a lot. But then again, if you're sitting on money and it's doing nothing, a little more money, $525, if you took that, I mean, you know, you're bringing in what? Per month, you're bringing in an extra, let's see, 48, and we got 4, 5, 4, 3, $43 extra a month income that you're bringing in. You know, I've said before when I dealt with houses, you know, I expect at least a 10% return or higher. Now, just think about it. Oh, you could buy 5 of them. So that's 5 bikes for $5,500. Then you go ahead and you say that $5,500 that you went and bought. So I mean, it's 4 extra bikes. So now you got $2,000 that you're making a year off of that right there. And then you've brought yourself now into, you know, divide by 12, and then you got, let's see here, 6, 72, 8 again. So you're bringing in $166 a month if you bought 5 bikes. $166 when you know, and you get a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom that you're paying $350 a month for rent. So it all depends on how you look at it. Now, here's the thing. You can be creative in what you do and maybe think of different ways of how could you use this bike to even make more money. Maybe get a contract with the government. Maybe get a little bit more money out of it. Maybe, you know, those who are delivering service, that maybe they'll rent even much more high because maybe they'll be making more money for that industry, you know, whether it's food delivery, whether it's these stores who need deliveries to go across town. That will increase the rent of the bike because you do see these guys on motorbikes that are delivering product to other places, people's houses or stores. So it all depends on you. If it was me right there, I would have to think hard on it, but 1.4% is not enough for me to put my money into a return that I can seek out somewhere else to use that money. But this is a low cost, so hey, it's something that you got to do. This is your man, not your boy. Coal Black to Africa.